Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm basically just getting in to this. But yeah. Like last time towards the end I was talking about like remakes and whatever for Resident Evil. But I actually wanted to talk about like remakes of other series that I think Capcom should do that they have not yet. And honestly, I think that it could be a beautiful thing. Sorry if you hear that. It's just me tapping my thumb trying to get this done as fast as humanly possible. There we go. All right. Okay, that's hilarious. Because there are other games Capcom has made over the years that aren't really necessarily that aren't like games that aren't maybe really as well known, but at times are like really fun and iconic. And I think Capcom going back to those days and like going back to a different time, I think would be cool. So like if you think, or just like other companies, I might go into like other video game companies while I'm going through this rant, if I'm being honest. And honestly, I think like for Capcom after Resident Evil, I think they're I don't know how I feel about that yet. I think their best bet as far as like a game to remake, Dino Crisis. They need to like if they want like other survival horror-esque games that they could use in any capacity, Dino Crisis. Like please. It is probably one of the greatest mysteries of the video game industry why they have not remade Dino Crisis yet. Like, it's kind of weird, right? Like, it's not just me. Dino Crisis was an interesting and good game. Like, you play as these operatives dumped on an island to find out what's going on and why everything's going to hell. And then you start to realize over the course of your time there, oh no, it's dinosaurs. Which could only be could only be a 90s game if I'm being honest. Because don't get me wrong, I love me my 90s games. I was born at the tail end of the 90s, so I love 90s games. However, sometimes, just sometimes, 90s games can come off a certain kind of way. You know? So it's a whole thing. Okay. Nice, nice. All right. Now let's do this. Those of you who are like, What is he doing? Please just let me cook. Please let me cook. I can prove it. I can prove that I can cook. Please. Damn it. Oh, there's one. But yeah, Dino Crisis had this really cool vibe. I remember like walking into the facility place for the first time. And like when you walk in for the first time, you get hit with this crazy anxiety because there are a bunch of people like just no longer living on the ground, and you're just like, what could have done this? It looks like animals did this. And there's this really stressful moment where you're like outside of the building and you're like, what the hell happened? And while you're in a courtyard, you get attacked by velociraptors. Could you imagine that with the RE engine? Like, just imagine. It would be great. It would be amazing, even. And honestly, if they could do that, I would I would love it so much. And then, like, after Resident Evil, what would be next for Capcom to remake? Remake Devil May Cry. Like, make a Devil May Cry 2 that actually makes damn sense. Please. For the love of God. It's just something we need. Like, of course not Devil May Cry 5, because the game's already made in the RE engine. But, like, 1 through 4. Please, 1 through 4 at the very least. Okay. I don't think I have anything in here. I don't. Give me back my furnace. Alright. Time to continue the cook. Jesse, we have to cook. Alright. There we go. Now. Do that. And then do a bit of this. And while we're talking about Japanese companies that need to remake their IPs that fans care about, I'm looking at you, Konami. Konami, who is literally okay with leaving like some of their most iconic and best series on the shelf because they just don't care enough about their IPs to do anything with them. I cannot explain to you enough how much rage I have about that. Like, it's infuriating. Like, it is. It's infuriating. I wish it was better. It's really not. I'm a fan of like not only like Resident Evil, or like Devil May Cry. I'm a fan of Castlevania. Like, I love Castlevania as a series. I grew up with Castlevania. Like, those of you who might not remember this, Castlevania had a N64 game that a lot of people just called Castlevania 64. And the game didn't do super well. But, like, I have fond memories of that game, even if I wasn't good at it. And honestly, Castlevania 64, while it wasn't a good game, it revived people's interest in playing Castlevania. Castlevania had like a really rough 3D era. Because you have games like Curse of Darkness, which have great potential, are really awesome, but then you have like Lament of Innocence, which is so stinky on so many levels that I just can't deal with it. Like Lament of Innocence has a fixed camera angle, and it just makes it hard to play. Curse of Darkness, I believe, at least like follows behind the back of Hector. It's it's a rough time being a Castlevania fan. I can say that so adamantly. Okay. We go to bed and then wake up the next day. And honestly, like, Castlevania has some great games that would be amazing if they were remade, but Capcom doesn't understand what being profitable is. They are okay with making, like, really just pointless things, if I'm being honest, because that's what it is. It's pointless. They're okay with mediocrity. And I don't think that's a good thing. Like, they strive for mediocrity. They strive for making another pachinko machine so that they can make more money off of Metal Gear Solid 3 again. That is what they strive for. Personally, I hate that. I hate that that is their mentality. Because it's an awful way to think about everything. Like, what is the fun in a game? Okay, yeah, it is like that. What is the fun in a game when you literally just, like, don't care about it? Like, how are we supposed to enjoy something when you yourself can't be brought to care about it? And that really gets to me. Oh, on so many levels. Like, I'm mad now. I'm actually angry. I'm getting fumed just thinking about it. Okay. See what the outside looks like. Hey, hell yeah. I love polished diorite. It really just looks so nice and clean. All right. I do need to fix a lot of the cobblestone inside, though. Cobblestone for the steps is fine. But the inside, I need a different material because I can't use diorite for everything. Otherwise, it'll look like I'm in a padded white room. The roof needs to be made of a different material. Maybe. Let me look at it. Yeah, Konami literally, it's sad to say, like, how long of a time period it was before we got, like, the game Silent Hill Short Message, which was a free game, by the way. But at the same time, I think the last Silent Hill game that anybody had gotten was Silent Hill Downpour, which came out on the Xbox 360 and should put together people's perspective on how long it had been since they had made a Silent Hill game. And honestly, it sucks. Like, they did the same thing with Castlevania. And, like, just survived on the fact that it was a Netflix series. And now they're doing that again. And Metal Gear Solid 3 is getting a remake, but it just makes me wonder, like, do they actually have plans for like more remakes, or are they just remaking Metal Gear Solid 3 so that they have more fodder for another pachinko machine? Because in my opinion, other than Yu-Gi-Oh, that's all Konami is good for. Because at times it feels like they go out of their way to tell the fan base, we don't care about you and we don't care about these things that you love. They make us money. That's it. And like, again, I love Castlevania. I grew up with Castlevania. Like Symphony of the Night, like all that. But also, like, maybe if I swap out this top layer for Deerite. No. Yeah, so it's that one, right? No, it's not. It is like literally one more over. I'm just stupid. There we go. Like I played Lords of Shadow a great deal, and a lot of people didn't like Lords of Shadow, but something I did like about it was how I would how I had the opportunity to like dissect this alternate timeline and see like where things match up from the initial timeline. I love that. Like I love doing that. Like that stuff's fun to me because I'm a psychopath. I really enjoy that type of stuff because like I like alternate reality versions of things, like the alternate universe trope where everything's different. I love that. Like alternate timeline where something happened, like the whole thing with Future Trunks. And like figuring out like why that Gohan was not as strong as our Gohan. Like don't get me like the Gohan we know, but don't get me wrong, I as much as I love Akira Toriyama, I know that it's because he was delightfully inconsistent with his work at times. But if you think about it, like, you can find a way for it to make sense. Okay. So, I'm thinking stack of netherrack in here, lay all of it on fire, and then my house will constantly be a beacon of light. Yeah. I love building my houses into the hillside and just making it look as good as humanly possible. I always get shit from my friends for doing this, but I enjoy it. I have a lot of fun with it, so it does not bother me. Ow. I mean, look at that. We're... Oh, perfect time to cue the music as we look at the scenic view. Oh, man. If I end up building an underwater base on this world, I'm going to be sinking so much time into it that it's going to be sickening. Yeah, I need to... Huh. I need to break out the dirt that may still remain in here. I don't think there's any more, but... I have an idea. It'll help because I have so much leftover Deerite. I could outline the room in Deerite along the floor. Okay. Because I'm going to be breaking these out eventually, so... Okay. Good, that's deer, right? The end there. I'll be taking that back. Alright. Sorry, I just got really into this all of a sudden. My brain. Nice. It's even underneath the stairs. Let's go. It's gonna be that. For the time being, I will just put this door. Even though I'm possibly later gonna have a different type of door. Damn it. I have to fix these. Because now it's wrong. Why? Perfect. Alright. Let's do that and that. Okay. That makes me feel better. Less anxiety. Less anxiety for me. Okay, I still have more. Don't you worry. I still have more deer, right? Nice. Nice. Let's go, let's go. Alright. Okay, it's time for the eep. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. That is hillside, isn't it? Yeah. I think I can justify like up above there, but like no further than that. Yeah, it's fine. All right. All right. Yeah, remakes are a thing of beauty. Also, this is gonna be a wall, so it'll be fine. All right, let's see how that looks from the outside. Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay. Let's try that. Yeah, and then the rest is the dirt. Good. Okay, now, if I were to build a wall through here, I could make it look really good. And then I would need more for the ceiling. Nice. Um, but yeah, I think that Konami should just like take the leap and start doing remakes of their own series and not just doing it to capitalize off of another company's success. Like it's scummy to me, and I just don't like that. Ooh, it's even more symmetrical now. I like it. All right. And as far as other game companies go, there are other games that definitely deserve to have remakes that don't have them. And in the same vein, there are also games that should never see the light of day again. Because I've played some games that are so horrendous that they should never see the light of day again. Damn it. There we go. But I. Ooh, actually, though, wait a minute. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. All right. So bear with me. Bear with me here while I cook. It has been quite the meal. And then ooh, and then if I do that, I could maybe do this. Oh, I could line up everything. This is going to be great. And it would literally just end up being the inverse. Oh, it looks so good. Okay. Nice. All right, let's see what it looks like on the inside. Let's go. Okay, if I were... Ooh, I can't though. Wait. Yeah. It would have to be these, like, back ones here. Interesting. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Eventually. Um, yeah, I'm sorry. This went completely off track. um, all right, let's put this stuff away. There is no semblance of organization here, so I apologize ahead of time. Is somebody burning to death on top of my house? Interesting. Hmm. Maybe deep slate? Or maybe birchwood. Birchwood might actually be better for the walls. I don't think I have any. No, I used it all. I have oak saplings. I know I have birch saplings. They're probably in here. Yeah. And plant the other ones elsewhere. And I think, yeah, just break up the grass. This will actually give me closer amount of birch tree supply, so I'm actually not mad at it. Playing the long game here. Ooh, what is this house made of? I'll take a piece that nobody will miss. Or maybe they will. Sorry. Your house is just ugly now. I didn't realize what material that was made of. I am sorry. Maybe like deep slate for the roof? Like polished deep slate? That could be good. That cave. I will go there. I will find my deep slate. Sun's about to set. Damn it all. On the morrow, then. What do you mean, brother? Where is he? Is he up here? Is that bastard up here? I will be absolutely cross. You. Ah! I forgot. Okay. Time to go bed. So I will. Goodbye. Sleep time. Ow. Oh. Wrong door. I think this way. Yeah. God, eventually I'm just gonna have spoiled meat in my inventory. Oh no. I'll take your expa, thank you. Giving me me chainmail boots. You bastard. Alright. But like they're like as far as remakes go, like something like Crash Tag Team Racing. The game was amazing. Really well built. It was really fun to play. It was just a good time. And the game never got a remake. Naughty Dog started, unfortunately, focusing more on other things. Like, I think Jak and Daxter getting a remake treatment would be amazing. Because that game needs it. You ever tried just playing Jak and Daxter 2 in the modern day? Looking at all of those colors that don't exist? It's not a good time. I can tell you that much. The jungle. I knew it was going to break soon. But Jak and Daxter could benefit from that. For sure. Or even like a game like Kingdom Hearts could benefit from a remake. But like by remake, I mean just literally touch up everything and make it look better. I don't mean fully remake Kingdom Hearts. We'd never get it. Because Kingdom Hearts as a series is kind of notorious for how bad they are at releasing games. It's just how it is. I don't make the rules, I just wait for the games to come out. For anybody who doesn't know, I quite literally spent... Let's see, I think Kingdom Hearts 3 came out in like 2018, something like that. I think it was first announced when I was in like late years of middle school or like early years of high school, something like that. And it took forever for that game to come out. And then when it did, not everybody liked it. But that's Tetsuya Nomura for you. You either love him or you hate him. There's not really an in-between. I'm taking the bamboo. It's mine. Because Tetsuya Nomura has made games that are brilliant, and he's also made games that are not. But I feel like that's how it goes with every person who's done a amazing game. They're also going to have games that are not. It's just how it is. And speaking of which, for remakes, Final Fantasy 1 and 2 should get remakes instead of just Stranger of Paradise. I love Stranger of Paradise, but it is a game I will never play on the channel because that game makes me a different person. It makes me angry, and I don't like being angry. It legitimately, like, the game itself has such a lackluster story, but such fun game mechanics. And that's a problem for me. Like, I've platinumed the game twice because I love playing it so much. I've platinumed the PS5 version and the PS4 version of the game. PS4 version is an unoptimized piece of shit. And the PS5 version runs like a dream. For anybody who was wondering. But I feel like that's just how it is nowadays. With, like, games when they come out. Like, the PS4 version will generally be like not super optimized, but like the PS5 version or like current gen version always just has the better touches to them. It's it's weird to say the least. Yeah, I gotta go back this way. But yeah, it's Stranger of Paradise is like a fun experiment of a game to like just sit there, play, and be like, you know what, this is weird, but I think I can vibe with it. Whereas like an actual remake would be amazing. Like give Final Fantasy 1 and 2 like more of a story for the protagonists instead of just like we are the warriors. Because the warriors had to come from somewhere, but it's literally a whole thing in the lore of like the warriors of light. They appear when we need them the most, but when they leave, we can't even remember their names, and they don't even remember they were the warriors of light or that they helped us at all. They just vanish. And we don't even know if they're them because we don't remember who they are. All we remember is they helped us. They literally get no way homed the moment they save the world. It is sad. And it's like that for every iteration of the Warriors of Light. But I think that could also like breed really good storytelling. And I don't understand why it's not something they've done. I mean, I guess I do understand because Square Enix is constantly worried about the wrong things sometimes. But at the same time, like, it's not that deep, brother. It's really not. Okay, do I got torches? I got torches. There we go. And then the rest of them, I'm going to put in the furnace. Nice. Um, Specifically, a game I want from Final Fantasy that's a remake. I want Final Fantasy VIII to be remade. Because, like, I love that game. And I know not a lot of people did because it was different and weird. I love different and weird games. Um, it's part of the reason I played Stranger of Paradise. It's different and weird, and I love it. But it's not necessarily a good game. I'm just somebody who will get into playing a game and then just love that game afterwards. Like, I've played full games where I liked the story but hated the gameplay. And, like, one game for that was like, oh, I played most of the game, didn't play all of it, was Final Fantasy 12 because I liked the like I to an extent I liked how weird and janky the gameplay was and I liked what they were doing with the story for a bit. And then I started to realize that Square Enix had like last minute completely switched their protagonist while making Final Fantasy 12 and swapped out who the real protagonist was for two cardboard cutout characters that don't matter and don't add anything to the story and have no stake in it at all. And like Van and Pinello are just pieces of cardboard and I don't like them. Bosch, like the party member, is the guy who was originally supposed to be the main character, which is why all the story of the game is centered around him. And I was just like, I don't like that. I don't like that. And the reason the game didn't do well is because Square Enix directly like hopped in. We're like, nah, you're gonna do what we say. Because the guy who actually made Final Fantasy 12 is the same guy who made Final Fantasy 14. Like, who runs Creative Business Unit 3 for Square Enix. It's Yoshi P, who is this really, really, really good game designer. Like, I've heard him called the busiest man in the world of gaming before, because it's true. He's constantly busy. Like, Final Fantasy 14 has been running since the PS3. So it's crazy that it's still going. But like they just ended a big story arc not that long ago. Like I think a year ago or something, and started from scratch, which again is absolutely insane. Yeah. I think I'm gonna end it here. And then I'll hop back into it at a later date. But I think I got a lot of progress done on the house. I think it looks good. I apologize that my ADHD took over and everything just sort of spiraled for a bit. But yeah, thanks for sitting here and chatting with me, and you're welcome back anytime. Have a good one, guys.